Pastor Josh here. It's the Pastor's Corner, October 10th, 2019. Happily ever after. I mean, everybody wants their life to have a happily ever after finish, right? That's how Disney stays in business. They make all these movies about princesses and they live with their prince happily ever after. As a dad of 4 daughters, I know exactly what that's like because we've watched all those Disney movies. And so happily ever after is going to be the theme of church on Sunday. We're going into Genesis chapter 50 and we're watching the final chapter of Joseph's life. And so as we finish this sermon series called Dream On in the book of Genesis, we're going to see that, on the surface, it looks like it's just happily ever after. Joseph and his brothers ride into the sunset with no more problems. But even during happily ever after things, behind the surface or underneath the surface of Genesis chapter 50 is a story of continued reconciliation, continued grace, continued work on relationships. As Joseph and the brothers bury their dad Jacob, and then they begin a whole new chapter of life. You see the grace of God working so that even in the happily ever afters, there's still a lot of grit and beauty and grace and Jesus and activity still remaining in these boys and in their narratives. And so it is in our life. We want the happily ever after. We want the great story. We want to walk into the sunset or ride into the sunset with no problems. But that's just not how life is. And even when God gives us grace and He moves in our lives and He does amazing miracles, we still have to be diligent about how He's working in our lives. And we have to be diligent with our relationships. And we have to be diligent with doctrine and grace and the cross of Christ and the resurrection. So I hope you can join us this Sunday. Riverwoods Elementary, 2 services, one at 8:30 a.m. and another one at 10 a.m. We hope that you can join us this Sunday to hear God's word, to celebrate all that God is doing. A lot of great things are going on. Men, I want to just give you a quick shout out at the end of this video here. Our men's conference, our Engage Men's Conference is next weekend. So this Sunday will be the last Sunday to sign yourself up for the conference and also for the golf if you're doing that activity as well. We're anticipating God blessing His word through Bob Thune as he preaches His word to us next weekend. Engage Men's Conference, guys, don't forget to sign up this weekend. Love you, church. God bless you, and hopefully we'll see you on Sunday.